Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to talk about the component events in Lightning. The component events in Lightning is one of the most interesting topic because the people is they wants to learn about it. So I thought to bring the video on the component event. And since I have the starting with the Lightning videos now, so I will be creating a separate playlist and in the playlist you will find the complete course of the lightning, I mean from the day one, from the scratch to the advanced level. So the before jumping to the component event, let me explain you what is events is. So I'm sure that you all have heard about the events, because whenever you have clicked on the button on the browser, it is calling an event. And even if you are the you are familiar with the basics of the lightning, so there is a event which we use most, that is in it on change. Okay, so these are the browsers event. So we have the two types of event: browser, and when how you will identify the browser event. Anything you do on the browser, for example, you are clicking on it, you are clicking on the button, you are the mouse on the mouse hover, all these events are the browser event. Now browse, whenever you perform some action, when you say you click on the button or the mouse over something, they are calling the javascript. Okay, so when any the browser event takes place, it calls a JavaScript code. JavaScript code. Okay, and to identify, I have given you the example on change, on click. Okay, now there's another event is application. And what is the application event? Application event is the within JavaScript. If you are calling any event, then it is application event. Okay, now these application events here are known as lightning events. So lightning events are of two types. One is component, second one is application. So the what I'm trying to say is that if you if any event is called in your JavaScript code, then it is an application event. So in the since we are talking about the lightning, so light in the lightning we have the two type of the events. One is the component, and the one is the application. So today we are talking about the component event. So let's talk about the component event first. So what is the component event? And understand. Let's understand the purpose of the component event. So basically, the component event is if a component fires the event, then the same component or parent component can handle the event. Sibling events, sorry, sibling component will not handle the event. Okay, the simple and the precise, the language. If somebody asks you what is the component event, you will simply say that if a component fires the event, then the same component or the parent component can handle the event. Sibling components will not handle the event. Okay, so now let's see that how we will be working with our event, and how we should write our code to make the two components communicating with each other. So let's go to the console here, and new. Then here we have lightning event. So I am now, whenever you will this you will write the event, the extension you will get by default, that is .evt. This, when you create a component, so this type of the I mean the aura event type application. So here we are talking about the component. So let's check. Let's change this to the component. Now understand one thing. Even when I'm saying that I am trying to make two components commute commutable, I mean they are I want to the I have the, for example, I have the component one C1, and I want to make it interact with component P1. Okay, so I need a resource. I need a messenger. Okay, so this messenger is event, component event. For example, this C1 wants to the pass some message to P1. So when it is passing the message to P1, it the C1 needs a messenger, that is component event. For for you, if I say that if you want to I mean forget about those days, I mean sorry, these days where you need to just call your friend and say, hey, how are you. Think about that time when we we are totally dependent on the postman. We used to write the letter, hand over to the post office, and post office the take the take care of the entire process, and our letters get delivered to a desirable person, to our to person to whom we want to pass our message. So that postman who is the who have your letter is component event here, is because component event is taking your message to P1. Okay, so the process, the what we will do is we will first create a event, register the same event in C1, fire the same event by C1 for the same event will be handled by P1. Okay, so this is the process. So we will see now technically that how we will be working with our the event, and how we will create our event, and what is the the registering the event, firing the event, and the handling the event process. So this is my messenger, the event. So I have to the create the attribute so that this event can take my data, take my message. So I have created one attribute. You can say that this attribute is like the postman's bag, in which you are. The postman keeps the letters. So this will be this is a type of the string type attribute, which will be holding the all the string types data, and the name is post name. Now I will be creating one component, post name child. Okay. Now, here I have to do the registering process. So, aura register event name equals to, now this name is whatever the name you want to give. So, let's say you can give set course name, type equal C colon. Now, be careful because you have to take this event name, this event name. Okay, so course name. Okay, now your registering process is complete. Let me take a button here. If you're not aware of all these things, then don't worry, I will be creating the complete course from the scratch of lightning, and in a separate playlist. So this button is I have created. Okay. Now, the please in the entire session, please be careful because the something which I'm going to do, uh, you know, is might, you will get confused. So that's why, please be careful. So I have registered my event. So my first process, I have created the event. This is done. Then registering the event is done. Now the firing event. Now how I will do my firing? I will be going into controller.js. Okay. And now here I will fire my event. So how I will be firing my event? Equals to component dot get event. And how you will get your event? You will get your event through set course name. Okay. So you are identifying through this name, the name you have given here. Okay. So now you have the you have identified your event. Now dot set params. So this way you will be firing your event, but you have to send your message. So you have not given your message yet. So how you will get your I mean how you will give your message? So you will give your message. You have to copy this thing, attribute name, and you are giving this value Salesforce. Okay. So now, what you have done? You have created your event, that to a component event. Then your you are registering your event. Now, as I told you, you need the something to fire event. So I am writing the JavaScript code here, and I'm firing my event inside it. So I am getting the component first. Sorry, I mean I'm first of all finding my event through get event. Okay. After that, I am putting the desired value, desired message, which I need to pass to uh, my parent component. So I am putting here, this is the attribute name in the event, correct? And then I am firing it. Okay. Now, task is not done yet. I have to create one more, and that is the parent. Now, so firing is also done. Now I have to handle the event. So what I will do, aura handler name equals to set course name, event, C colon. Now again, the same event name, this one, course name, action equal C dot handle. Okay, so this is the way I handle it. Okay, you have to write it the same way. Now I have to create one attribute type because the after all the whatever the message my event will be bringing, I have to show you. So that's the reason, because the data will be coming, that too is in the string format. So I'm creating the attribute of the string type. I will call my child component here, course name child, course name child. Sometimes giving the bigger name create a difficulty. Okay, so now I have to write the, this is the, I have created the handler, so I have to actually handle it in my controller JS. So I will be going into my controller JS, take message equals to event dot get param. Now the from how I will get the message from this attribute. So the course name attribute, because which attribute is holding the data, that is the attribute of the event. So I have taken the message p dot show course name. Okay, so I will use the value stored in the take message to store into the component n dot set in this attribute. This value will be set into this attribute. Okay, so let's see the this thing first. Let us the create an application. I will call my parent component here, and see the preview. I hope it should work in a single go. Click to fire event, Salesforce. It is working. Okay. Now let me first of all let me revise, and then I will take you the one more example here. so that you will able to identify the why we are using all these things. We are giving the name of the event and everything. So first we have created this event with the attribute type of the string, and we have given the name. Now we have the the child in which we have registered our event, and in this we have one button. So the button you are seeing here is from the child component. Okay, so this button is coming. Okay, if you want to see from child component. Okay, now we are firing this from the child component controller.js. And while firing, we because if we are sending something, if we are the firing means we are sending our event to the parent component. So we are passing our value here. So this particular course name is we are getting from here. This is the attribute which will be holding the value. Salesforce we are passing here. Now in the parent component, we are going to handle this thing, handle this event. So aura handler, then the name you have given, okay, then the event, which you have created, and your logic to handle the event. Now this course name you are getting from the this course name. You're only getting from the parent. So this is the button because you are calling the child component here, so button you are getting from here. Okay, if you want to give okay, so button you are getting from the child component. Now in this logic, in the when you are handling it, you are just taking the the value store in the attribute of the event, and then you are putting it into the attribute of the parent attribute. And when you will the click on this, the event will be fired. If you say like this, I mean Salesforce, like, okay. So this is all about is the of the component event. And as I said that the I will be bringing the complete course of the lightning from the basic to the advanced into separate playlist. So the don't worry if you are not able to understand the component event. uh, when you will be going through from the day one of the the lightning, then you will be easily able to understand with the the time that what is the component event, how I am going to display the data and everything. Okay, so thank you so much, and if you have any suggestion, then do let me know. The next video I will be uploading that's for the application event, and some the real practical life examples I will be demonstrating you using these events. Thank you so much. Take care.